Welcome, everybody. Our last match of the night is the hot seat match in the men's division. These are the final two undefeated players in the 10-ball division. We got Shane Van Boening and Skyler Woodward. Looks like Skyler won the leg. Skyler came over and asked a dumb question, I think. But
There is no dumb question, Brett.
that was a pretty quick no that he got for whatever he asked. That's all I heard was no. I think he wanted to know if we were going to mic them up.
I see. Oh, I
No,
get,
I don't.
what you.
We were laughing about that earlier. It's like,
Oh, I see.
we should mic you guys up here.
Well, good evening or afternoon, wherever you are, whenever you're listening to this, watching the video. I'm Gennaro Vasquez, along with Brett Baker, here for this exciting match between Shane Van Boening and Skyler Woodward.
Well, he gets the ball down, and is he going to see the one?
I don't think so.
No, he's not.
I don't think so. Interesting shot here. He would have to jump two balls there. That seems like that might be.
I think he's looking at, okay, where do I push for this jump shot? But
he's just assessing his options. Jumping it over both of those balls. Have to get it up pretty high. He would have to get that up pretty high because those balls are, maybe a good 2+ feet away.
well, he looks like he's going for his jump cue, so he.
Yes, he does. Using a full cue. We'll watch it for you here. Since Skyler's, he jumps and makes it straight in the hole.
Wow.
Might as well have been a straight in shot the way he played that ball.
He just didn't. The way they've learned to control the cue ball in these jump shots
it's pretty amazing.
Is pretty remarkable.
Yeah.
I'm still excited when I hit the ball.
When you don't hit the impeding ball.
The cue ball doesn't fly off the table.
That is a lot of time in the practice room.
Oh, yeah.
Well, he just made the 6-ball a little more interesting. I didn't know if it. I don't.
Yeah,
it does not
look like it goes
now, does
but,
it? Well, the 4 balls
But he
also.
has the 5.
There's a couple of balls that are sitting a little wonky here.
I believe the 4 does pass by the 10, so he could separate that 6.
Yeah, it does from that shot. Thank you. No, you don't want to get behind that 7.
He's good. I don't know if he's got the angle maybe a little straighter than he wanted to be.
You can see why he wanted to get there specifically, though, because that would have been a natural angle right to go into that 6-ball. But I think he's going to have to spin this a little bit now with the magic rack right there.
Yeah, he's going to shoot this with enough speed. The rack won't.
Oh, was that a good shot? Wow. That was a good shot.
As long as you're not slow rolling a ball around the magic rack, it doesn't really affect things too badly.
Played that that very
Yeah,
well. Wow, that
comes
was
up
a nice
perfect.
leave. Nice angle to come out the long rail, back out for the 9 ball.
He just does everything so effortlessly and doesn't take a whole lot of time. It's like,
Almost looks like he's practicing, doesn't it? I mean, it's like
well,
he
yeah.
shoots. Well, I mean, obviously with intensity, but it's
Both of these guys
very relaxed.
play the way they practice, though.
Right.
If you watch Shane when he's practicing, he's very in. You can tell he's really watching the balls and he's thinking. And Skyler's just beating balls around, but it's like the thought of missing doesn't even enter Skyler's head at all. He's over on his phone. Got to text Mama. All right, got the first one.
Well, his win percentage improves. The win probability. It's the 24th annual U.S. Bar Table Championships. We're at the Westgate. It's CueSports International. I'm Gennaro Vasquez along with Brett Baker. Great match here. Shane Van Boening and Skyler Woodward race to 7. The format is alternating breaks.
Well, here's our first look at Shane this evening. I can tell you he's been in here practicing for about the last hour and a half.
Yes, he has.
Which means he's not taking this match lightly.
I wouldn't think so, but he did not come out.
Well, he's going to get to show us his jump on the one.
Well, he can hit the right edge of the one.
Yeah, but he not to make it.
Does he elect to jump it, or does he elect to try? He's kind of, well, he's at least looking at the cut in the side. I don't
know. I don't think that's no.
That would be quite a cut.
That's not even a.
Well, you got to look at it.
Oh, I'm looking at the cue ball scratching in the upper corner if he does that.
Yeah, that would definitely be an option for the cue ball. Boy, gosh, if you look at that.
He's looking at maybe pushing out, or.
It does look like that one. There's a very tight channel between those balls to the corner, but yeah, you might be looking to cut it, or he might. It's hard to say.
He's got his playing cue with him, so I think he's really looking for a safety
Combination, maybe.
He might be able to play the 1 off the 7. Yeah, that's what he just called. He's going to cut that 1 into the 7 and play it into the side.
How good a shot would that be? Gosh.
I'll tell you here in just a second.
Oh,
it was phenomenal, Gennaro. You should have seen it.
Holy cow, that was a great shot.
And look at the shape he gets on the 2.
Wow.
And he just kind of shakes his head like, well, whatever.
That's amazing. That was amazing. Tree ball looks like it might sneak into the corner pocket there by the 6.
He's got to cut this 2 into the side, and the cue ball's going to come down to the.
I think he's trying to draw it so it doesn't come down that far. He's trying to do something to try to stun it or something, I think.
He certainly doesn't want to run into the 8.
No, yeah, he wants to try to avoid that 8-10 as much as if he can. But, even looking at the screen and then looking out the window here, that's a pretty good cut there. More than you would think. It's like a half ball cut.
Yeah, it's. I don't know, if I tried to draw this, I'd end up right behind the 10.
He's trying to hit that sweet spot, I think, right around the half. Right about there. That's. Oh.
He missed the 2. And.
Yeah, he gets
Yeah.
He hooked Skyler, so we'll see what happens. Does Skyler bring out the jump cue again?
Uh,
Might just
hmm.
try to kick off that top rail there. Yep, that's what he's going to do. He's going to come behind. He's going to hit the top rail, then hit the long rail, trying to kick the tube on the side, I think.
Yeah, go 2 rails.
Mm-hmm. Because the cue ball is going to come down table if he does that. Well, unless he hits it that full.
Whoops.
Did that
He's,
get a rail?
um,
It did look to me like it rolled back a
boy,
little bit.
I guess they determined no. Gosh.
It looked to me like it got to the end rail and just took just a tiny little roll back, but I mean, he barely moved the cue ball anyway, so. Move the cue ball maybe half an inch at the most.
Yeah, this was not like a match determining.
No.
I wasn't really focused on the rail. Well, the 8 passes the 10, so this is pretty much in the books here.
Skyler's like, I'll just grab my break cue right now.
Yep.
Well, this very much looks like we're tied up at 1-1, and in fact, that is the case.
Both players hold their serve.
Shane Van Boening, of course, with that break that everyone now tries to emulate off the, where he actually
Well,
bridges off the rail.
Yeah, and if you look, Skyler he has the cue ball sitting back a little closer to the rail than Shane likes it out there like on the head string.
Skyler also has it I think, just a touch more to the side than.
Oh, he got kissed in there.
Yeah, that was an unfortunate roll for him. And they are wide open.
Yeah, I expect Shane to make pretty quick work of this rack. I'm looking for the trouble. I mean, the 4 has limited, but where the 3 is, he can get on the 4 on the side.
Getting down for the 3 ball. There's some traffic down there, but.
Yeah, he's got ball in hand, so it's.
Oh, believe me, I could still make it an adventure.
Oh, I can too. And Shane's trying to make sure that he doesn't.
You don't get to be rated an 819 by creating a lot of adventure on your leaves, I think. He's going to pop this right between the 3-8, or the 5. Oh, no.
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy.
Wow.
Yeah, he was worried about that.
Well, there was a lot of traffic, and that's exactly
Yeah.
what I was saying, is that there
knew.
was a lot of traffic down there. And it's just one of those shots where I think you see it, it's a possibility, you just never think you'll get there.
Yeah. He just overhit it just a tad.
Well, let's see what he does, because he definitely cannot kick at it one rail or anything like that, any easy one rail. I think he's just going to try to get a hit here. He does. And he's going to get it.
Well, look at this.
Wow.
Wow.
That ball cannot be cut. I don't think.
All right, Skyler,
I don't
cut
know.
it in.
Let's.
Janero says
Why
it
you have to
can't.
be that way, Brett? I'd love to see him prove me wrong because that looks.
Yeah, I don't think this is He's looking for safety.
Now this does look like he could one real kick it, but instead is going to decide to. Oh, that was a good safety.
Yep, that was good. I was just thinking if he can just get it behind that 9.
Now that was a little bit fraught with peril because I mean you hit that just a little bit wrong, it goes in that corner pocket. Well, you see Shane Van Boening with pretty much Fargo rate says a 2-1 advantage.
You know, right now Shane would doesn't feel like he's got a 2-1 advantage.
Well, you can definitely he is being very deliberate now in this match. He is especially looking at this shot.
Well, Shane this year took over the top spot in the Fargo ratings. It was Cha Ching Wu, and Shane was number 2 for a long time. But he's passed him.
Not sure if he called the side or if he called the corner. Saw him kind of gesture with his cue off camera, but
I think he called the side, but
I
Skyler knows, and that's.
I believe that is true too. But he accomplished, I think, a large portion of what he was really trying to do, which was just get a hit and find.
Yeah, he's looking for a safety. I mean, if it went in, he wanted to shoot again, but
I think Skyler can hit the edge of the 3.
he can. He's not. He can't cut it in or anything like that.
No, of course not. But there's a scratch there too, so I think he's just gonna kick at it. I don't think he wants to mess with that too much. Wow.
He called that.
Yes, he did.
That was a great shot.
And he looks like, hey, I've been there before. He doesn't.
And he doesn't have a real easy shot here on the 4. The 9, he doesn't want to run into the 9.
After that last shot, though, I really, I mean, he's got to be feeling good.
He would like to have been a little more rewarded, I guess, on the shape. Pretty good crowd out there for this match.
Yeah, I think if he hits the 4, I think he's worried about hitting the backside of the 9 and kind of getting trapped down there.
Yeah, well, you can scratch off the 9. You can come around and get hooked on the backside of the 9. There's a lot of bad things.
It almost looks to me like he could. It looks like he's going to try to draw around it, just to the long rail here. Oh, he's like.
He hit it. He made sure he hit it hard. So
he did not come out very well on that.
He's still not getting rewarded.
Oh. Yeah, that was another good shot. He just got tricky on him. This is Skyler Woodward, tied 1-1 with Van Boening. Well, these guys know each other very well, and
Oh
I
yeah,
think
they're
it's
good. They're good friends. They're Moscone Cup teammates. They
both wearing the color orange. Well,
yeah.
maybe Shane's, I guess,
Shane's is more red.
Yeah, you're right.
I remember teasing Skyler when he first started wearing his name on. I said, "What kind of road player are you that wears his name on his shirt?" You know, used to be in the old days. You know, pool players would dress up like a gas station attendant or farmer.
The sneaky Pete.
Yeah, they were always trying to sneak up on you. Now these guys are walking around with their name on their shirt.
Now, Shane's taking his time looking at this one. Oh,
Well, I remember last year at this event, Shane was wearing his polo that was embroidered 5-time U.S. Open 9-ball champion.
nice.
It's like, yeah, in case you didn't know who I was and you thought you had a chance to win. This year he's wearing a Moscone Cup t-shirt or polo.
And Skyler comes up a little short on that. Oh, does he get behind the 8?
Yes. Well, I mean, it's hittable, but it's not.
I don't think he. Well, he can come off this short rail.
Shane's looking at him like, "Are you kidding me?
What is going on here?"
You didn't get it. You didn't leave me a shot." Because he hit the bank pretty bad for
Yeah, he was very short on that.
a kid from Kentucky. That was not a very good bank.
I'll let you say that and not.
Oh, he'll go back and watch this and laugh.
Well, I think you got to go for the bank here, right? The one rail bank into the corner.
And go kicking it up in the top corner.
Yeah, for sure you could probably get a hit if you come off the bottom rail and just hit it if you were looking at more of a safety oriented shot. But I think he goes for it
Yeah,
here.
I think he has to try to kick this in off the top rail. This is kind of like the couple matches ago. Jason Glatt had a similar shot, and it's do or die. I mean, if you don't make this, you're probably going to lose this game. And just like Jason Glatt
Yeah, but
did,
he's hooked
Shane made it.
again.
Yeah, he hit it a
He
little
is
fuller
hooked
than he
again.
wanted to.
Well, the ball was a pretty big ball being next to the rail like that.
Yeah.
So I mean, you have to figure your odds of at least hitting it are pretty high. But yeah, it hit it very full in it.
Yeah, and that kind of
Killed the action.
killed
on
the
it,
cue
yeah.
ball and let it just stop right there.
Oh, what is he gonna do here? Just
Looks like he's gonna try to masse around the 8.
that 8-ball's a long way away though,
Yeah.
and he's gonna have to hit this so good.
Well, we got a great vantage point to watch this from. He got it.
How did he hit that one, Brett?
Yeah, he's coming around. Oh, holy smokes, he woke up the crowd. People actually clapped for that. Oh. Well, now he's going to have to shoot a 9-10 combination.
It almost seemed like he was playing for the 9-10
Well,
combination
I
because
think he had
the
to.
way
I
he
mean,
drew the ball over, it did not look like he was trying to
he
put any
he didn't
action
have
on it
enough
per
angle
se.
to go across and back.
Yeah. As far as combinations go, he's got a pretty good look at this one.
But nobody wants to shoot a combination when there's only 2 balls on the table.
Well, when you're the
Even
5-time champion, maybe.
even Shane Van Boening doesn't want to shoot that combination.
No, that's true.
But he got it down. He broke Skyler's serve.
So the 9-ball action starts tomorrow,
Yep.
and then the 8-ball starts on Thursday. Lots of action here you can catch.
Tomorrow we'll have 9-ball action. We'll also have the 3rd place match and the finals of the 10-ball division tomorrow. I believe the loser of this will play Vinny Calabrese at 1 o'clock local time. That's Pacific time. And the winner of this match will play in the finals at 2:30 tomorrow afternoon.
Shane's going to spin this one
If
around a
I'm
couple of rails
not
here.
mistaken.
Going to put some running English on this one, cut the 1 ball in, bring the cue ball around for the 4. That's what he's looking at, kind of like
Yeah.
where does he want, how hard does he want to hit this when he comes around. I don't think he wants to get anywhere near those balls in the middle of the table. He's going to take a longer shot to.
And yeah.
I would suspect he'll just to make sure he's got a clear shot, he will hit it.
That 9-ball looks pretty big, especially at the. See where he's going to be coming off. He's going to be coming right at the 9.
Right. He did hit it hard enough. He wants to come right through those.
Because that was good. He hit that perfect speed so that he knew he was going to run into him. So let's make sure I clear him. Well, he's a little jacked up over the 5 for this 4 ball, but
I feel pretty good for him on this shot, I have to say.
my life depended on this shot. I think I'd want him shooting it.
Yeah, for sure.
Yep, he's
Looks pretty straightforward from here.
cruising now.
Does he leave this for the side? No, he wants to come all the way up in the corner. Just perfectly straight to be able to stop it for the 9.
You know, if you watch him practice, this is exactly how he does. I mean, facial expression, pace, everything. I asked him what's the most racks he'd run one time, and he said on his table at home, he ran 14 racks of 10 ball, and then he broke dry.
In Minnesota, there was a tournament, and I saw him on a 7-foot table. It was a winter break tournament, race to 11. He broke and ran 9 consecutive 8-ball racks.
There's a YouTube video out there where he and Earl are playing. They played on the diamond bar table. They played 8-ball, 9-ball, and 10-ball. And I want to say it was like up in Montana or somewhere. But Shane runs 8 now.
Skyler scratches.
Man, and that was not kissed in either. That went straight in.
Yep.
Well, the 2 is kind of tied up with the 3. But Shane ran 8 now.
I think he
Earl,
can make the
an
2
8-ball.
ball, and he has the one ball sitting in such a way that he can get whatever angle on that two ball he wants, pretty much.
Yeah, when you got ball in hand, it's. Ooh, don't get on the rail. Makes that shot a little tougher. Oh, wait a minute. That's the. I thought that was the 3. That's the 5.
Yeah.
Sometimes on the monitor it's hard to tell. Okay, so he's great on the 3.
Just has to get the right angle to get to the 4 ball. I don't think he did.
No.
Wow.
That was, I don't know what he was doing there.
And the chalk pays the price.
It's the chalk's fault. Yeah, he's pretty disgusted with himself, and
Well, he's going to kick at it here. One real kick to try to make into the corner pocket, it would appear. I'm looking at it right across the table, and it does not look like it goes in the other side, so. Well, I mean, even if you make this shot, shape for the 5 is kind of a.
well, yeah, he's. I think he was trying to come down and not hit the 9, but I don't know. It just didn't ever seem like he hit it the right speed or anything.
Well, I believe I think that's right. I mean, I think he didn't get the action off the rail that he thought he was going to get.
You know, he was playing the 7 ball there.
Is that what it was?
Yep. And I believe he's hooked Skyler.
Yep.
And he's made that 5 and 7 pretty a little tougher over there.
Well, Skyler can hit a piece
yeah,
of
he
it.
can. Yeah, he can see a piece of the 4. He wants to put him up there behind the 8
that
and
looks
10.
like a pretty good
and
shot. Come out a little bit. Oh, wow. I can't tell if he can get around that.
I think he can just see the edge.
I'm not so sure. He's looking at it pretty hard. Wow.
As good as this rack looked a little earlier, it's looking ugly now.
Shane's getting down there trying to see, like, are those balls frozen? It must be very close.
On the monitor, it looks like there's a little gap there, but
He's kind of looking at it like he's not even really looking at shooting straight at it. Might be looking at a 2 rail. I think he wants to come off the short rail and hit the long rail in order to hit the 4.
yeah.
You know, the 5 and 6 are sort of tied up in an unusual way, but they seem a long ways away from being important at this moment.
Yeah. Well, and if he comes 2 rails and makes the 4 up there, the cue ball's naturally going to go to the other side of the table, and he'd have a 5-7 combination probably. That's why he's looking at that. Well,
Oh, wow. Oh, gosh.
Wow. Kicks the 4 in the side, which he did call. And
isn't that the way it always goes? Like, say you're at league night and you make this shot, and you look,
Yeah, yeah.
everybody's like, "Oh, that's great," and then you look around, you're hooked like a fish. Like it's, you know, you
I've
would.
I've got a
He
guy,
deserved better.
this married couple that plays league, and they always do. I'll make a shot like that. Oh, what a great shot! And they only say that when I'm hooked. I look, I'm like, are you trying to be funny or?
Well, in this case, that was obviously a great shot, and he just
Just didn't get
that
rewarded.
was not a nice result for him.
He's just gonna have to come up with another great shot.
And he gets a hit, and that combo,
You know,
I'm not sure is.
that's another thing. It's a lot tougher than it looks when you're kicking at that kind of speed. We can all kick over there and slam into him.
That combo looks.
Yeah, he did a good job of messing up the combo.
Yeah, he did.
I think Skyler's just gonna nudge it over there and try to get behind that.
Oh, he hit that so well.
Look at
Oh,
this.
wow.
Oh, a little too hard.
No, he's hooked. He's hooked, I think. I'm pretty sure.
But I don't know. It seems, I hate to use the term, it's an easy jump shot for Shane.
Well, he's going over about maybe a third of a ball here.
Yeah.
Let's see how well he hits this one.
Jumping with his break cue.
Oh, watch out. Oh. Escapes the side pocket
Well.
scratch.
So if Skyler's shot, he'll have to go around the world to get on the 6. But this is the best shot he's had
In a while.
to look at for a while, so I don't think he's not complaining.
No.
Don't hit it.
That 9 ball just seems to want to get in the
think
middle
he's
of
okay.
shots
He's
here.
okay.
Oh, absolutely. He's fine.
Well, Skyler's got to feel pretty fortunate to get an opportunity in after scratching on the break. Could have easily been looking at a 4-5-1 deficit.
I think he'll have to slightly draw off the 10 because he wants to come backwards. He's going to have to draw this off the 10 just a little bit, I think.
Yeah, but that's fine. It's okay. He just used the 10 to stun it over.
Yeah.
Cut this all the way down. Send the cue ball across and back over.
I didn't say it was going to be a crisis, but yeah, he did. He definitely had to use that.
Skyler wasn't happy the way that ball went in.
Yeah.
All right. He gets another one on the board. It's 3-2. And Shane's still up a break of serve here.
Shane Van Boening sporting his Team USA shirt from the Moscone Cup.
Yeah, I want to get on the team just for the clothes.
That's a pretty cool shirt, isn't it? Well, you can now see that Shane Van Boening has, even though the score is 3-2, he has a 3-1 Fargo rate.
The percentage chances of him winning from here. Well, he's made multiple balls and he's got a shot.
Did you see that little body English he put on there?
Well, he had to,
Get that
because
kind
look
of
for the
that little
two.
leg kick,
He
and
didn't want to be shooting the two.
he wanted that one ball to stay up.
He wanted the three to just bump it out there to where he could see it, but don't make it.
How good was that? That was pretty good shape. He can play the
Yeah,
two ball into the corner. I think he's okay. Because the three balls right there,
he's
you
kind
can
of
just.
going towards the four, I think. Which,
Oh, he'll
but
draw it to the long
yeah,
rail. He'll draw it to the long rail.
there you
Didn't
go.
even have
He was
to.
able to hold it.
Yeah.
I couldn't tell from our vantage point whether he had too much angle to hold it or not.
Seems like it would be pretty straightforward from here.
Yep, he's just got to stay in line.
And just like that, he's kind of falling a little funny
Yeah,
on this
he got a
ball.
little side pocket sitting right there. He went a little far.
I do believe he can cut this ball without scratching. He definitely can.
Oh, yeah, he's just going to have to draw. Probably go 2 rails. Oh, okay. Wow.
There was maybe
Wow.
half a foot that
That was,
he could
I
draw
thought he
that
would have
ball
to draw
over to.
above the side and go to the top rail.
Yeah,
No.
yeah. There was maybe half a foot there to get in there.
Yeah, he had about a 5 or 6 inch window and put it right in there. All right, 4-2 Shane. Skyler really needs a break and run here. Kind of had to work. Well, he scratched on his last 2 breaks. Got kissed in once and just turned one loose right into the side. So he's going to need a little better break this time.
How about that? You know, Skyler played that safety, and Shane had to kick in that 5 ball, and then Masse in the 6 ball. How good? How great of an out was that? That was amazing.
He's come up dry. I don't know if Shane can see this one ball.
I believe
or
he
not.
can. I believe he can see the 1 ball.
He's kind of looking like he can.
I think he can see the whole ball.
8 out of the 10 balls are all at the top of the table, and yet nothing found a pocket.
I think he's trying to think of the exact angle he wants on the 2 ball to be able to get to the 3, because the 3 ball is sitting a little funny.
The 3 passes the 7 if he's able to get
Yeah,
around it.
I think that's what he wants to draw it underneath and get on the other side over by the 8 ball. No.
No, but it goes past the 5 too, so he's in good shape there.
Five ball is on the other end of the table, but it looks like he can.
Yeah, he'll draw back
Oh yeah,
just
he
past the
can
9
draw
into
it
the.
nearly straight back into about the first diamond down there.
Pretty good size window between the 7 and the 9 to get into. Okay.
Just skirts by the 7.
Well, pretty much connect the dots now.
Wouldn't it be great? You know, he's got he breaks and he's looking at the table to just hear his thoughts. Like, what would he, how he wants to run this out, this position, that position.
I would love to know what's going through his mind when he's at the table. Yeah.
Well, that could end up.
I can tell you what's going through his mind while he's at the table right now. He's like, less than a week and I'll be home ice fishing. I've got like 6 more days in Vegas and then it's ice fishing time.
Nice.
Until Derby.
Well, Shane now with a 94% probability of winning this match according to Fargo rate.
He's not going to lose too many matches ahead, 5-2 breaking. Now, Rick and I were talking about this. Would you want to know what those percentages were when you're playing? If you're Skyler, do you want to know that you have a 6% chance to win this match?
Well, exactly. Even before the match, Skyler was like, he's a 2-1 advantage over me. Before
Skyler looked at it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I would not want to know. Ooh,
that's a little funny, isn't it?
Might have got corner hooked.
Is he hooked? I think, he is corner hooked.
He's corner hooked.
Oh, wow. Though, it's funny things can happen in pools. There was the U.S. Open this year, the 8-ball tournament, where he was up on Alex Peglayan, a race to 11. He was on Alex like 7, 8 games, and Alex, and that was alternating break format, and somehow, it just Alex found a way to.
Alex, I just got so lucky.
That and some great shooting.
Yeah,
in there.
These guys make a lot of their own luck.
Looking at the old Massey shot here. And then thinks, well, I don't know. Maybe we should do the kick shot instead. Shane Van Boening at the table. An opportunity to extend his lead. And it does not go. But he left him pretty tough. He can't make I'm not sure he can make that 1 ball from there. I don't think so. Skyler's looking at it pretty hard. It's very close to the rail.
Yeah, he's got a little gap there. It'll cut. He wants to not to run into the 2.
Or scratch the side.
He used the point to get back. That turned out pretty nice for him.
Skyler coming up out of the chair.
Well, this is an opportunity to get one of those breaks back.
Well, this would definitely be a big win here. Help keep them in the hunt. All right.
All right, so he closes the gap to 5-3, and now it's his break. He's still going to have to win another game on Shane's break to win this match.
You see his odds have improved ever so slightly.
They doubled. It was 6% the last game, now it's 12.
.819 Fargo rating for Shane Van Boening. .783 isn't too shabby either, though.
No, I was just thinking about it. The last year, Skyler's has come up about 10 points. Boy, he scratched in the side again.
Yeah, that's rough.
Holy smokes.
And he blew them wide open.
Well, the 2 is laying tough.
Well, he's got ball in hand to start.
He does, but I think if he gets to the top rail up there, it'll go. He's looking, yeah.
I think as long as he gets up near that top rail, he can definitely cut that ball in.
Well, it's looking pretty good there. Come off that 9, come down for the...
Well, that ball kind of dove into the long rail. He's not happy that it's on the rail. Kind of shaking his head and muttering. He's got to really cut this ball, which he did. Controlled it very well.
He's in good shape. Roll this
The
forward.
9-10 is sitting a little funny, though.
Yeah. He's looked at where he wanted to get on the 7 so he can separate the 9 and the 10.
9 ball definitely does not go by the 10 ball into the other corner. So does he try to? I think he tries to get underneath, on top of that.
I wish we could have put a mark, where he put his hand, because that is exactly where he put the tip of his cue where he wanted to get.
Come probably. Well, he's drawing out of this, it looks like. Can I go into him? Nope. He tries to. He comes around.
Well, it goes now.
Definitely does.
I think he wanted to go just a little bit further, but...
Yeah, I don't think he probably wanted to play it down in the lower right corner here. I think he wanted to play it down in the lower left corner, but you got to think that he's happy to have the lead and just be shooting right now, too.
Well, he's going to play it in the lower left, it looks like. And he missed it. Overcut it just a little bit. Well, he has not punished Skyler for those scratches on the break near like you would expect.
Well,
It's
that's
twice he started with ball in hand and didn't get out.
somehow, it feels like Skyler's not having many opportunities here, but it's 5-4.
Well, and I said this yesterday. I've seen both of these guys play. This is probably like the third match. Neither one of them got to this point with their A game, and they still are struggling a little bit.
Well, they're coming from a tournament where they did not play on a diamond table, so maybe the adjustment a little bit is
I wouldn't
part
think
of
it would
it.
take too long. I think part of it could be fatigue. They all say they're pretty tired. Mosconi kept took a lot out of them. And it's just a different kind of focus too. I think it's just that was nicely done.
I kind of do a dance around the 9-ball here. Interesting angle for the 4-ball, isn't it?
I'm still, yeah, I guess.
Oh, he hit that so well.
Okay, yeah, he's left enough angle to get up for the 6. I'm like, don't get straight.
Doesn't want to get too flat here, but he has a nice little angle to kind of
Yeah, he's fine.
come back out to the middle of the table.
He's fine.
Well, looks like Shane Van Boening is going to the hill first.
Yep, that puts Shane on the hill, 6-4.
Skyler.
Skyler's gonna win this game on his break, and
Skyler can control it a little bit. I mean, if he can get the win here and just kind of hope for. Shane hasn't had very many dry breaks, but
the bad news is Skyler needs to win the next 3 games in a row. The good news is he is breaking 2 of those 3. Although,
that's true. If it were to go,
what has he scratched 3 in a row now?
if
3
it-
out of his 4 breaks
if
he
it were to
scratched.
go hill, Skyler would be breaking the final game.
Yeah, because he won the lag. Oh, and look at the 6.
Man, that is the last thing he needed there.
The last ball rolling got him.
I see a push out in the near future here, I think. Question is, where do you do it?
I think you got to push down here to the bottom rail.
So on a push out, if in fact that is what he elects to do, you do not need to meet the requirements of a normal shot. So you don't have to hit the lowest numbered ball. You don't have to hit a rail afterward. So he just kind of elects to bump that 5 ball over
Well,
toward the rail.
can he see enough of this too to cut it in the lower left corner?
That I can't tell you, but he can definitely see the edge of it for sure. You know, I believe he probably can.
Or he could hit it.
He can hit
He can
probably
hit it.
about half the ball.
He
So
can hit it real thin. And get behind that wall of balls there too.
that would be about maybe a third ball cut down to the corner. So yeah, he can. I think
Can he get on
definitely
the
can do
three
it.
though? The three is down there below the 9.
Yeah, that would be the. You know, you're not going to be able. You would think that an ordinary player, let's preface it with that, would be able to control the ball hitting it this thinly
What?
and hard.
You trying to tell me Shane Van Bonen's not ordinary?
When you have an 820 Fargo rate, come back and we'll talk then.
Oh, okay, okay.
Well, he didn't hit that so good, did he?
Well, I can do that. Never a good time for a miscue. I guarantee you Skyler did not think he was going to have ball in hand after that push.
He's got a big smile on his face. You can guarantee he did not think that. Well, you got to think he is very happy to just be to the table here. This is for the driver's seat. The winner here is not out, but they will play Calabrese.
No, the loser. He said the winner.
Oh, yeah, the loser will play Calabrese for second, third, and the right to face.
And this is a true double elimination format, so
Yeah, that's true. There's a lot of times tournaments will just extend the original race and play one set.
yeah. There's pros and cons both ways.
That's pretty straight.
But the player coming from the loser's side will have to beat the player in the hot seat twice.
You know, this definitely, if he finishes off this rack here, which it definitely looks like he is wanting to do, that puts a little bit of, puts a
But
little
just
bit
a
of
tiny bit of
a
pressure
high
on
importance
Shane.
on the break.
Shane's got to come with a good break here.
But he's been breaking well.
Oh, yeah.
He's been breaking.
Yeah,
He's been breaking well. He's been making balls, and even though the cue ball's gotten kicked a few times, it's worked out.
Shane is where he is right now because of the way he's been breaking the balls in this tournament. He outbroke everybody. All right, here we go.
Oh, it's going right into the
He's
corner
scratched.
pocket.
Look at this. Skyler just got a gift wrapped.
And they are wide open.
Wide open.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I did not see. I
potential-
don't think that cue ball got kissed, but I'm not sure.
No, I don't think it did. I don't think it did. I think it jumped kind of straight backwards into the side, which was a little weird because normally it ends up right in the middle of the table. So if Skyler can finish this off, he's breaking on Hill.
Yep.
And he
But
does.
him breaking has not been an advantage in
Well,
this
that's
match.
true. That's true. But if there was ever a time to come with one,
Oh man.
boy, is it ever now.
Yep. No, 20 minutes ago, I did not think we were going to be looking at a Hill match.
No. Let themselves a half ball cut to the corner here. And just like that, we are Hill.
Hill.
For the driver's seat.
One game for a spot in the finals. Skyler's got to figure out a good break here.
So it's 6-6. And Skyler's breaking, and somehow he's still a 44% probability to win the match. So
Yeah, you would think at this level, when you get a 783 and you're breaking for one game,
would
that
like
you
to
would
think
be a
that your
little
odds are
better.
pretty good
Your
of
odds would
getting
be a
out
little
here.
better. Yeah, you would think
Now, if
you'd be
you're-
the favorite.
If you're somewhere in the 500s, maybe that's a different story. But
Yeah, I'm thinking this is where I don't really agree with that percentage, because I think you have to make Skyler a favorite in one game with him breaking.
I would think so.
Although, because Fargo Rate hasn't been watching this match, they didn't see him scratch.
That's true. Well, how big of a break is this? Taking an extra second to line up.
He hit it perfect.
And he definitely.
And he's
spent
got a
more.
shot.
Yeah, that 3 balls.
Oh, the 3 and the 8 are going to
Brutal.
keep Shane interested.
That's brutal. I mean, if it depends on how much he wants to go for it. There is a shot here where he could make that one ball and use some draw and bring it down into him, bust him out. It's possible, and that's what he was just looking at, I think.
I think he'll probably be going at him.
Ooh, might have hit it a little hard.
Well, he hit the point. He was going to try to go into it pretty hard because.
Well, I mean, he hit it hard off the top end, and that kind of made the thing go a little funny. But yeah, can't tell if the 3 ball's frozen or not.
Does not appear that it is. And he can see the edge of the 3. He's going to be looking at a safety here.
Gotta be pretty careful how you hit this ball, because if the 3 ball pops out, you leave the cue ball in with clear access to it. That's not. He's hitting that 3 ball very thinly. Well, it's Hill for the driver's seat.
He's almost looking like he wants to bank it.
I don't think it goes by the 10 though, unless you're talking about just playing some kind of safety where, I mean, that would be a good shot if he can bank the 3 ball around a couple of rails and just leave the cue ball behind that 8. That of course would be a great shot, but
I kind of like just thinning the edge of the 3 and coming around and try to get behind the 6.
yeah, that's about what he has. But you have to be very careful to hit this at the right speed, which he of course is doing.
Ooh, boy.
Whoa.
Well, he got a little fortuitous there.
Shane kind of shakes his head.
Shane's like, when do I get a roll here?
An interesting situation. I don't think he can. I mean, obviously he could cut it down to the corner, but do you want to?
Yeah,
Do you want to try to do that?
I don't think.
What would Shane do?
Well, he'll stand there, chew his gum, and look at it for a little bit here. Make a couple of faces. I'm just trying to give those people at home that can't see him. Point a couple times, shrug your shoulder.
Yeah, I don't really know. I'm not sure how you kind of guarantee any sort of safety here.
Well, he's decided on something.
Maybe. Really thinking about it here.
He may, like, Z-bank this up to the top rail and try to put the cue ball, I don't know, behind the 6.
Well, I can't really tell how much of the 3 ball he can hit. That's sort of other also.
I think he can see the whole.
Well, if he can, he might be able to kind of slide off it, bring the cue ball up to the top rail, but
I've seen call a ball, so I think he's playing safe.
or he's cutting the 3 ball straight in, which would be, I would think, would be unlikely.
I don't think that's. Yeah. He's looking at putting the cue ball behind the 6.
Oh, that would be a good shot. I'm not sure how he does it. I don't think the cue ball squeezes off the rail over there, does it?
Yeah.
I don't think the cue ball goes by through the rail there. Well, I'm glad I'm not the only one kind of puzzled here.
Well, Shane's puzzled. This is great, though, drama. It's hill. Both players have got to the table. Both have had tough. Skyler came up with a pretty lucky shot off the 3. I mean, he's lucky he didn't.
He almost scratched.
Shane's like, I should be having ball in hand right now. I'm shooting an impossible shot even for me. Wow. I did not think he had anywhere close to room for that.
Must have been extremely close. I think Tyler, he's hooked. He's going to have to jump this thing. But he's he's like, he can't wait to get up there to shoot it. Oof, wow.
Comes off the point.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, looks like Skyler's sitting pretty good now.
I give him a 49% chance to win personally. Not this, maybe 51%.
I was thinking, can we have that change to where every shot it changes the percentage? I guarantee he's a favorite right now.
Oh, yeah.
I don't care.
Oh, yeah.
How high Shane's Fargo rate is.
And the balls are sitting at such a way that he doesn't really have to do anything too heroic, it doesn't look like. So.
No, just make I mean, It's shoot and stop from here. Beat old Skyler, he'd scratch 3 breaks and still win this match. He'd have told you were crazy.
So what was the turning point?
The turning point. When Shane got ball in hand off of Skyler's, it was, what, 4-1?
Right.
And Shane hooked himself, came out and hit that 9 ball and hooked himself. That was the turning point, I think.
Well, now we're giving Skyler a 100%
Well,
chance of winning that match. So there
thanks
you go.
everybody for joining us, and tune in tomorrow. We got 9 ball action, and we've got the semifinals and finals of the 10 ball division.